Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Hoskinson questions Ripple and Cardano exclusion from Wyoming stablecoin project. Calls for legal action. How the tides have turned. Okay guys, so Charles Hoskinson, one of the co-founders of Cardano, he's basically, addressing a very big situation here. And, I've got to say, I can't really speak for Cardano because I do hold some Cardano, but I'm not a big holder of Cardano, to be honest with you. I don't have that much. But in terms of XRP, look, man, it just seems like they're just trying to hold back XRP as much as they possibly can. But let's get into this so we can dig a little bit deeper. So before we just get into this, we have Charles Hoskinson obviously having a very big change of heart here, now actually trying to support and work with Ripple and the XRP community. Look, a lot of people are angry because of the way he was during the whole ETHgate thing and the way he tried to kind of dismiss it as this grand conspiracy in his own words. But he was clearly wrong about that. That's evident at this point. I think it was one of those things there, when he said it at the time, he probably didn't think ETHgate was as serious as what it was. And I think as things started to unfold, he probably just didn't want to admit that it was wrong. That's just my personal opinion. But he's apologized now. He said that he's met with Brad. It sounds like there could actually be some kind of partnership going on with Ripple and Cardano behind the scenes, possibly. So I think that's a good thing. As I've always said, I think unity in the space is what's going to make the industry stronger and get further. So I'm all for that. So I understand that some people might still be angry with Charles Hoskinson because of the way he treated the XRP community at one point. I do understand that, and that's fair enough if that's how you feel. For me, I'm always just thinking about the greater good of the industry. And look, any support you can get is good. So while, yes, he was wrong, at least he's apologized and he's trying to move forward and he's now being supportive. So, for me, I'm willing to take that at this point. So let's get into what the actual situation is here then. So it's come out that there's going to be a stablecoin project coming out, and they've named a few networks who they're going to be doing this project with, who they're going to be running the stablecoin project on. And Cardano and XRP wasn't on there. Just a couple to name that I do remember. I believe there was Sui, there was Stellar XLM, there was Solana, and I think Dogecoin was on there if I remember rightly. I can't 100% remember for that one, and possibly Ethereum, but Dogecoin and Ethereum I'm not 100% on, but the others were definite, so they were definitely mentioned. So, yeah, look, what is Charles Hoskinson saying in here then? He's basically saying this is just the whole thing similar to the Ripple lawsuit. It's, people trying to pick winners and losers by picking certain networks to run the project on, but excluding others. And I agree, at the end of the day, why are you picking certain networks where, one, they've not been around as long? Because look, let me say this. Don't get me wrong. I do think it's up to a company to be able to choose who they, what network they want to go on. I do think that's absolutely fine. And I do think, you shouldn't have to pick, a certain network just because, if that's not what you want to do. But the thing about this is, why wouldn't you pick XRP, right? And Cardano, again, I can't speak too much for because I'm not as clued up on Cardano. I do hold some, but it's not one that I'm deeply researched in. But from what I have seen, it seems like a decent network. It didn't seem like a bad network. They've got stuff going on there. They've got activity and developers and stuff. So, but XRP, 100%, why, for example, you've chosen XLM, but why wouldn't you choose XRP? And this is the thing as well that I just want to say about this. It's not the fact that you haven't chose XRP in terms of okay, you've picked XLM over XRP, because I hold a good amount of XLM as well. So for me, I'm happy about that regardless. But my thing is that why not just choose more networks, right? Because this is the thing with stablecoins. I've explained this before. When you're doing a stablecoin, right? You really want it to have as much reach as possible, right? You want it to be as accessible as possible because that's how you get the most volume out of it, right? The more it's being circulated on different networks, the more people can use it. And then that's obviously going to be beneficial for the creators of the coin. So to me, it's not saying oh, well, why did you choose XLM and not XRP? Or why did you choose Sui and not XRP? It's more why didn't you have XRP on there as well, right? XRP is one of the top 10 cryptocurrencies. We know there's good volume on there. We can see obviously clearly it's still performing, but price isn't something that developers are going to look at. That's not what they're thinking about. But market cap is, because again, that's going to tell you what type of volume you can get. So for example, if like you've got Ethereum, well, it's the second biggest cryptocurrency besides Bitcoin, right? So if you go to Ethereum, you're going to get a good amount of volume activity exposure for your stablecoin. Do you know what I mean? So you would think in that type of sense, logically, you would go for the bigger networks because it's more chance for your stablecoin to get exposure and volume activity. So yeah, like I have to agree. I don't really get what this is about. And Charles Hoskinson broke it down a little bit better than what I am, because he was explaining from like a legal perspective. He can't even like advocate to get Cardano on there, or Ripple can't do it for XRP either. Like, so it's not even a thing where they can say, oh well, we just want to get involved in the project and then we'll show you that our network can do this stuff as well. Apparently this is one of those things where they can't even try and get their they can't even like advocate to put XRP and Cardano on there, which to me it does feel like they're still just trying to hold XRP back. It does feel that way. I'm just going to be honest. So this is a strange one. Look, will there be lawsuits filed? I don't know. I have no idea. But I do think if it is a thing where this is a continuation, because look, like we've only just got out of this whole lawsuit malarkey. Like that's still, well, it's still going on, but it's looking very likely that that will be settled or dismissed now that we've got a pro crypto SEC chair supposedly coming in. So if that is the case, you would expect that these lawsuits will be dropped or dismissed or settled, whatever. So yeah, like we'll see what happens, but we've only just got out of this, and then we're looking at like these kind of projects where they're excluding a top 10 cryptocurrency like XRP. Like why would you do that? That really doesn't make sense. Like you'd want the project to be on most of the top 10 coins, right? Like most of the top 10 cryptos, because again, it's volume, it's more exposure, more chance of getting activity and more chance of your coin being utilized because there's a bigger user base to it. So yeah, like I just think this is a bit weird, to be honest with you. But look, I'll say this. XRP is absolutely running right now. We can see it's absolutely blazing in this bull run, and we're not even in alt season right now. Listen, XRP is going to be fine with or without this. It's annoying. It's frustrating because once again, it's just more things that are trying to stop XRP from having its true chance to, to thrive and blossom. But this isn't going to hold XRP back. At the end of the day, XRP has stayed a top 10 cryptocurrency even during a bear market and a lawsuit. It stayed in the top 10 for a reason. Right, it stayed in the top 10 for a reason. So this isn't going to hold it back. Like regardless of how much you've tried to, stop XRP, it hasn't worked. It hasn't. XRP is still here, and now we're in this bull run. XRP is showing you what it's made of. So at the end of the day, I'm not about to like worry in this regard. I just think it's more frustrating because this is the kind of stuff that could just continue to help with adoption and price. So it could be, while it's not stopping XRP, it could be that this is stuff that could help it go even further in terms of price and adoption. Do you know what I mean? So that's why it's frustrating. But at the end of the day, XRP is going to thrive regardless. We can see that clear as day now. And, everybody's having that change of heart. A lot of the people who was dismissing XRP at one point are now starting to turn very positive about XRP. I've seen crypto media, people who do very negative articles generally about XRP are suddenly saying, hey, what's XRP going to get to? It's, thriving right now. It's blasting off. Everybody wants to get involved. So you can see the change in the sentiment, and that's what's going to happen. At the end of the day, XRP, in my opinion, will continue to thrive, and it will continue to do well. And I think it will start to turn the detractors into believers. I think that's what's going to happen for the most part. So yeah, at the end of the day, with or without this, I'm not really concerned, but it is just another clear example of what seems to be, like Wall Street, government, and now Silicon Valley, etc., all those kind of places. It just seems like they're trying to limit XRP's potential. Maybe it's a bigger threat than what we really understand. I don't know, but it is strange how many times they've tried to like cut XRP out and, try to really like step on its toes and try to stop it from reaching its true potential. But as I say, for me, this isn't going to stop it as far as I'm concerned. We can see evidence of that, so nothing to worry about in my eyes. XRP will be good with or without this. Thank you very much for watching this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell. Take care.